I was just sobbing watching a TikTok about a dog, but that's not what this is about. Hi guys, good morning. You know, I used to hate Mondays until I realized that Mondays are a fresh start to a brand new week. It's like a reset. Try to kick some old shitty habits. You know, that's what Mondays are for. It's a good, fresh start. Whereas before I used to be like, ugh, Mondays, you know, you gotta change the mindset. Guys. I'm back on caffeine, which is not good. It's not good. See, my problem is I have a very addictive personality. I've talked about this before, but I love caffeine so much. I wasn't drinking it for a really long time, but then I discovered this delicious cocktail. I've had matcha, like iced matchas, 1,000 times, and it's always been great, yummy, delicious, wonderful. But once a Gen Z told me to put toffee nut in this, and I tried it with toffee nut, it literally changed my life. I've had one every single day since that day, and it's been like, what, 3 weeks? So it's an iced matcha with oat milk and toffee nut. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can't stop ordering it. I can't stop. So if you like it the matcha and you like it the toffee nut, you need to try them together because it is wonderfully delicious and worth the heart palpitations caffeine gives me. Man, I need a facial so bad. My skin, I don't really break out, but my skin gets really, really rough, bumpy, and textury. Like if you were to pass your fingers on my face, you'd be like, alligator or Kathleen? I need to go see Evelyn, my angel. Super random, but if you guys live in Miami and you haven't gone to the Dragonfly spa in Miami Lakes, you're missing out. She is an eyebrow queen, a facial queen. I'm getting laser hair removal? Did I say that right? I don't know, whatever. On my Pikachu downstairs, and it has been a dream. It has been a dream to not get razor bumps. Wow, like life-changing. Seriously life-changing. It's painful, sure. It's a little painful, but it's only painful for like 20 minutes, okay? And it's not even that painful. To be honest, laser is not that bad. It's just, it feels kind of like a sting, but for a second. And it's not in like all the parts, you know? That's something that honestly for me has been super worth the money and worth the pain, because I would get, this is a little bit TMI, but I would get really bad ingrown hairs on my bikini line, and Evelyn is amazing. And she just makes you feel so good, because showing somebody your Pikachu is like, at least for me, I'm not comfortable with that. That makes me super uncomfortable. I want to die. Every time I go to the freaking gynecologist, my legs like start slowly closing, and my doctor's like pushing them apart like, Kathleen, I need to get in there, you know? And I'm just like, no, please. Anyway, this intro is not supposed to be this long. I just wanted to tell you about my matcha. And oh my gosh, guys. I know I talk about light slacker, like, okay, we get it. You have a nail polish company, but you guys need Scorpio. Even if you're not a Scorpio, look at my nails, how beautiful. I feel like powerful in these nails. I'm obsessed with this color because it's like a black cherry, but it looks so dark. You honestly can't tell that it's like a black cherry reddish color unless it's like under the sun. I have a little ombre situation going on here. I was trying to make like little fangs, little vampire fangs. You know what I mean? We wanted to go like classic and dark and vampy, but a little Halloweeny, you know? We tried. I tried. Whatever, point is, this color is amazing. It's so pigmented and just feels like, oh my, like the best polish we've ever done, I feel. I just want to like rip a boy's heart out with these nails. Like just take his heart out. You need it. I know what I'm telling you. You need it. I'm going to link this color down below. Even if you're like, oh my God, but I hate Scorpios. Ignore what it's called. Hi guys. It has been a whole ass day since the last clip you just saw. That was me yesterday. And if you're wondering, I did get an iced matcha this morning as well. So I don't even know if I told you what this video was about in the intro of this video, but I've been extra busy this week with LACQUER. I have not gotten off meetings. That's why I couldn't even film this video yesterday, because the holidays are coming up and oh my God. But I still wanted to upload a video, maybe something a little bit more vloggy, a little bit chillaxed, laid back. And I realized that I haven't done a tattoo tour or that sounds so stupid, a tattoo video in like 15 years. I think the last time I did a video all about my tattoos is when I had like 4 tattoos. So a super long time ago. And since I recently got a tattoo, literally like 2 days ago, I thought I would finally do an updated one and walk you through all my tattoos and what they mean and why I got them. It's always been kind of requested to do an updated video like this, but I have like 5 tattoos and they're like this big, so I always feel kind of dumb and embarrassed. And especially since, oh my God, I did a TikTok like in the beginning of COVID, going through all of my tattoos, and it's so scary how intense a lot of people in the tattoo community are. I was getting comments like, oh, you're a little bitch, you got little bitch tattoos, you call those tattoos? None of your tattoos are bigger than a quarter. Pussy. And it's like, guys, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not trying to be in your club. I'm sorry, I promise I'm not trying to be in your club. I am not trying to be cool. I am a little bitch. I'm okay with that. I rep the little bitchness. I like my quarter size tattoos. I am so sorry. I didn't realize that you can't like do tattoo videos unless you have like real tattoos that are bigger than quarters. I'm sorry. I do have 3. I do have 3 that are bigger than quarters in this video that I'm gonna show you today. 3 out of like 12. So that's exciting, but just want to apologize in advance. None of my tattoos are cool sized. They were all very small, barely hurt, and I used numbing cream for the one on my back. That's like this big, smaller than my face, and I used numbing cream, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But for my quarter size tattoos, I took it like a champ. So my apologies to those of you with really cool big tattoos that I've offended. I'm sorry. If you do not like little bitch tattoos, this video is not for you. Because not only do I have little bitch tattoos, but a lot of them, especially the ones I got like in my teenage years, are like straight out of clip art. I mean, it's been a journey. I'm gonna walk you through it. Before I get into that though, this video is so random. Before I get into that, I know I've talked about these Desi sunglasses like a million times in my favorites videos, in my stories, but she just launched this new color and I am freaking obsessed. How cool are these? How pretty are these? I love them. You know what else I love? My cargo pants from American Eagle, but they're big on me. The thing with me is that I'm usually in between sizes, so I never really know which way to go. And since these are stretch, I should have gone with a size smaller because they're like, they're kind of big on me, but they are super freaking comfortable. And I'm either going to return them and get the right size, or I'm just gonna adjust these because I swear to you, there's nothing I hate more than returning things, guys. I know it's so bad. My friend Stephanie is always telling me that, you know, I need to get it together and I need to grow a pair. I know, but I hate returning things. I hate uncomfortable people interactions. And I know that I could just do that online, but I'm also lazy. So maybe my mom can just like, you know, and fix it right up. Okay, so I feel like with a tattoo journey, we have to start at the beginning because even though I have officially found my person, best tattoo artist of all time, if you live in Miami and you don't go to Glitter Poop's studio, you're crazy. But you know, it's been quite the journey. It took a while to get here. So it all started back when I was 16 years old. Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try to breeze through this. But it did start when I was 16 years old. My first tattoo is the star on my foot, and I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna cover my toes because I'm scared of the foot weirdos on the internet. I'm very scared of them. And they screenshot my TikTok where I talked about my tattoo and I showed my foot, and they put it on WikiFeet. This is my first tattoo. I'm gonna give you a better view here because this is ridiculous, but I decided to get this random ass star on my foot because my sister has a random ass star on her foot. And since she is 7 years older than me, obviously when I'm 16 years old, she's like my whole life. She's like 23 years old, the coolest thing ever. I thought my older sister was like the coolest person in the entire world, and her and her best friends got little matching stars on their foot, and I was like, I'm gonna do that too. And I got a matching star on my foot. The crazy thing about that is that I was 16 years old, and knowing how strict my parents are or were growing up, I don't understand how they allowed that, how that happened. I really don't. It was mainly my dad because my mom did not want me to get a tattoo. But you know what shows their toxic relationship a little bit? Because I'd kill my freaking husband. I remember we were at a water park and my sister had just gotten her little star on her foot, and I was telling my dad that I wanted it so bad. I was like, please, please, please. And he like gave in. He's like, okay, fine, I'll let you get it, but I'm gonna go with you. I have to be there. And I was like, okay, great. And when I brought it up to my mom was like, yeah, over my dead body, you're not getting a tattoo. Are you crazy? Jesus will not love you. That's really dramatic, but you know, like my mom is like old school Hispanic and thought that if I got a tattoo, that I was gonna go to hell. You know? Which is so funny to think about now because the woman has a tattoo. The woman has a tattoo. I'll get there. How people change, huh? Okay, so, my God, I can tell I have caffeine back in my life. So, my mom was like, yeah, over my dead body, not gonna happen. And I cried and I begged, and she was like, no. My dad took me anyway. My dad took me anyway, bro. Oh my God, I'd get so mad. My mom is a very calm woman, let me tell you. Because I remember we went, it was me, my brother, and my sister, and my dad. I think he took us all. My dad sat with me there the entire time. I got the little star on my foot. My mom knew that we were going there. She just really, I guess she just really didn't think that I was going to do it. Or I guess she really didn't think that my dad was gonna go against what she said. And yeah, I went home and my mom lost her mind. She said these words that broke my heart. I was so shocked. They're so freaking dramatic. She's a Pisces, for anybody wondering. But we were standing in the living room and she looked at me and she said, "Algo se rompió aquí." Just thinking about it now. She's so dramatic. But I was 16 and standing in the living room and like, I'm a mommy's girl. So when my mom said that to me, which basically means like something here, she was saying like something in our relationship like broke because I went behind her back and she really didn't want me to do it. I mean, I didn't go behind her back. I told her I was going. But you know what I mean? She felt like really betrayed by me, so she felt like something had broken in our relationship, and that's what she was saying. And I cried and everything. I cried that night. I was like, "Algo se rompió aquí." Yeah, that was my first tattoo. Super fun. And thinking about it now, like there are a lot of tattoos that I've gotten that I've regretted. One that I've even removed. Look at that. You can barely see it. I'm still missing like 2 sessions, by the way. Do you see that? I had a key right here that looked like a pee-pee. Oh, you can still see it. It looked like a man's whole pee-pee, but I'll get there. I've only had like 2 tattoos that I've regretted that I ended up removing, or I'm in the process of removing. But even though I was like 16 years old and this is not a tattoo that I would ever get today, like ever in a million years, I still love it so much and I wouldn't change anything about it because there's so much memory tied to that. Like my mom's dramaticness, like there's a lot. And I feel like if I would have never gotten that tattoo, I wouldn't have these memories. Like my dad was sitting there like holding my hand, I was freaking out. And yeah, I don't know. So that was my first tattoo. I was 16 years old. Then I got this at 17 years old. I walked into like some random ass my tattoo shop and I was like, I want a heart key. I brought it. It was like a really beautiful vintage key shaped like with a little heart on top. And I'm gonna see if I can get some footage from that original video I did about my tattoos so you can see the atrocity. So it was my junior year of high school, and at this point my mom had already gotten over it. She was like, I mean, I guess you already have 1 tattoo. You're a newspaper to me. So I showed her the heart key and she was like, fine, you're gonna do it anyway. So I went again with my dad and I got the little heart key, and I don't remember if he told me that I was his first client ever, if I was the first person he had tattooed, or he like just started working at that tattoo shop. I don't know. Wow, it was bad. It was really, really bad. He even like messed up at the bottom. It had like an extra little line. Like the heart in the middle was so deformed. Worst tattoo I had ever gotten. I remember I got home that day and I was sitting in the bathtub and I was trying to remove it. I was like clawing at my skin, trying to like remove the ink and fix it. I don't know how. I mean, it's a tattoo. I'm 17 years old, sobbing in my bathtub because it was like on my wrist, so freaking ugly. It was horrible. I was so upset. I was like, this is gonna be on my body for the rest of my life. And what made it even worse is that I remember going to school the next day and I had art. I had art class with my friend Chris. And I remember I sat down and I showed Chris my wrist and he was like, I can still perfectly see his face reach over for my wrist and him being like, that shit's ugly. Like he looked at me, he was like, that's crooked. They fucked that up. And it just made me like cry even more. I was like, I know, it was horrible. Until I got used to it, honestly. That's the thing, is that you get used to tattoos. I know that sounds horrible, but like you really do. You get used to seeing something on your skin over and over and over again every single day. And even though I had told myself like, I'll eventually remove it, I got used to it. But then I discovered body details. Actually, not too long ago. I'm gonna link my video down below where I talk about body details and the process and the pain and all of that stuff, because I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys go to body details if you're trying to remove a tattoo, because I did 8 sessions on this one and you can barely see it. It looks so good, and the woman at body details told me I would only need like 2 more sessions for it to completely go away. COVID happened and then I stopped going, but it looks really good. The thing with tattoo removal is the closer it is to your heart, the easier it is to remove, because there's more like blood pumping, so it like removes quicker. Because I have a tattoo that I'm in the process of removing on my foot, and oh my gosh, it's taking forever to remove. It's still very much there, which sucks because it is so painful. It is so painful to remove it. Like the laser removal, like specifically on my foot, excruciating. Here on my wrist, it doesn't hurt that bad. Holy crap, removing a tattoo on your foot is deadly. But anyway, that was my second tattoo. And then I actually waited a couple years before I got my next tattoo. I think I got my other tattoo like at 19 years old or like 20. These are kind of like jumbled together because I kind of got them all around the same time. Since my tattoos are so small, I usually get like more than one whenever I go in to get one. But shortly after that, I got the music notes behind my ear, which I got this in Mississippi, also a random tattoo shop that I just walked into. I honestly don't recommend doing that. Do your research with your tattoo artists, okay? It kind of looks like a little blob. I eventually want to remove this one and then I put it back. I also got this one in Mississippi in the same place. Obviously these two are kind of self-explanatory. There's nothing in this world I love more than music. I believe it's the reason I'm alive today. It is what like 90% of my DNA is made out of. I'm not talented. I can't sing, I can't play an instrument, but God, I love music more than anything in the whole world. And I love me some Jesus. I'm not someone who like goes to church every Sunday. I'm not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person, but I do believe in God. I pray to God and I hold my faith close to my heart. I'm just not like religious, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I got that. And then I think the same day I got this one on my foot, which is the tattoo I'm currently in the process of removing. You can really see how much it has faded. It's faded a lot, but I've done 8 sessions. Compare that one to my wrist. Like you can see this one a lot. And this used to say, keep me where the light is. And the reason I removed it is because like it started to turn into a blob. Like the person who did it did the letters very, very, very thick. And the font wasn't the cutest because I wrote it. Like I thought it would be so cool to have a tattoo like written like in my handwriting until I realized I have like the ugliest handwriting ever. And I didn't end up liking how it looked. It was just too thick. It started to blend into each other. I want to wait until I totally remove it to then put it back. But God, I'm contemplating it. I'm really, 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 really contemplating it because out of all the tattoos I have, that is by far the most painful freaking tattoo. I mean, I know I had numbing cream on the one on my back, but holy shit, the tattoo on my foot, oh my God. And on the side of my foot, because this star didn't hurt me at all. The side of your foot, excruciating pain, excruciating. So think about it, think about it. Also, by the way, I don't know if I have to explain this, but keep me where the light is a John Mayer quote from Gravity, his song Gravity. And even though we hate John Mayer, we hate him. He's the worst, we hate him. He's my favorite musician. And I know I hate to admit that. Jack's Mannequin, John Mayer, my favorite musical people, even though Jack's Mannequin is really cool. They're not like dicks. John Mayer's a dick, I know, but God, his music. I love his music. Since I first discovered it on a karaoke machine when I was like 10 years old. I love it, okay? And that is my favorite quote, so that's why I got it tattooed, and that's why I'm going to tattoo it again eventually. And then that same day, I got the heart on my finger, which again is one of those tattoos I really wish I would have waited to get. Like Lola would have made this tattoo so cute. This shit is so thick right now. I also got it in Mississippi in that random tattoo shop. And no, not to mention, it looked way worse. It looked way worse. But this really lovely man in LA, some tattoo artist that Paris was using, he fixed it for me. You know, he did the best he could. And he made it pretty decent because it looked atrocious before this. It's still a little bit too thick. I wanted it a little bit more dainty looking. So this might be one that I remove and then put back because it's probably one of my favorite tattoos I have. Definitely top 3. I love this little heart. I got it during my Miley Cyrus phase. I was obsessed with Miley Cyrus and she has the exact same tattoo and I wanted to have the same tattoo she had, so I got it. Me and Danny got matching infinity signs on our shoulders. This one is also like thick and bulky, but I don't mind it. I do wish it was a little bit daintier. Honestly, if I can remove all my tattoos that Lola didn't do and then have her redo them, that'd be great, but I can't. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. But yeah, we got our little matching infinities, and then those are all the tattoos I got in Mississippi. Then that lovely tattoo artist in LA who fixed my little heart also did this one for me, which this says bibliophile, which if you don't know means collector of books or like someone who really, really loves books, which I am a huge bibliophile. It's really funny because Gabby loves to call this tattoo my pedophile tattoo, which very funny, but it says bibliophile. And then I got 2 tattoos random as hell in Vegas, which so did my mom. This is why she has a tattoo today. The entire group we went to Vegas with, and we went in a huge group. It was me, Danny, Amelia, Stephanie, like, oh my, there were so many of us. And we all got matching tattoos of our sign, like our sign symbol. So this is the air symbol. The elements, not the signs. We got our element tattoo. This one is air. I'm an Aquarius. We are air signs. And so everybody got like their little symbol and we were all matching. And my mom got her little water symbol behind her freaking ear. Did I spit? I'm gonna put a picture of my mom's tattoo here so you guys can see it. It was so funny when she was done, everybody was like, oh, straight to hell. But yeah, I got that one. And then another time we went to Vegas, I got the number 17 on the side of my foot here. And I did it on my foot because it was a random tattoo shop on the strip. And I was like, just in case they fuck up, I'm gonna do it on my foot. So I got it very small and right there. And 17 is my favorite number. It's my lucky number. So I thought, what better place to get the number 17? Oh, than in Vegas. And then the rest of my tattoos were done by none other than my beautiful Earth Angel Lola Glitter Poops. If you don't follow her on Instagram, go follow her on Instagram, especially if you're in Miami. She's quite literally the best. Like literally the best. I don't care where I go. I don't care if you tell me, oh my god, this is the most famous LA tattoo. No, Lola's better. I'm doing it with Lola. I'm gonna go with Lola every time. And the thing about Lola's place, like Glitter Poop Studios, is I feel so good when I'm there. I know this sounds so weird because I'm gonna go like on a rant about it. Hashtag not sponsored. But I love being there. Like she makes her little cafecito. Like the vibe is always so great that I find, like I'm trying to find excuses to go over there. So I just keep getting tattoos just so I can go hang out there because it's so much fun. So I believe the first tattoo I got with her was my girl power tattoo. And I freaking love this one. It's one of my favorite ones. I'm not big on color tattoos. I definitely prefer like black and white black tattoos. But I do have two in color. I don't know if you would even consider this like a color tattoo. It's just red. But it's girl power, self-explanatory. Girl power. Then I got this tattoo, and I have to say this is probably the tattoo that I've gotten the most compliments on. I get so many DMs about it, like people stop me about it. It's insane. It's just a little butterfly, like a little monarch butterfly, and I love it so much. It's also one of my favorites. Just everything Lola does is my favorite, but it's so detailed and so pretty. And I got this one a little bit after my grandmother died. My grandma was a huge fan of butterflies. She loved them so much, and I feel like every time there's like butterflies around me, it's like my grandmother coming to visit, so I wanted to get a little butterfly for her. I have a tattoo on my thigh. I'm wearing cargo pants, so I can't show you right now, but I'll show you like a little picture. But it's basically just like my sun and my moon sign. I'm an Aquarius sun, so I have a little sun with the Aquarius symbol, and I'm a Scorpio moon, so I have a little moon with my Scorpio symbol. And that one's super hidden. I honestly forget that I even have that one sometimes. And then I would say coming in at second place as my most complimented tattoo, I would say is my little Michelangelo hands. This one is unreal. Unreal. Like the detail on this tattoo is insane. Like I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's so detailed that you can even see these mofos' fingernails. And it's crazy because she does a really good job of making something really detailed really small, because usually something that's really detailed, like a tattoo that has a lot of line work, super detailed, it can't be that little. And I always tell her, okay, what's the smallest you can go while still giving me all those little details? And dude, that's pretty freaking small and extremely detailed. So it's insane. She's so damn talented. So this is one of my favorites as well. One of my favorite paintings. I love it. It's the creation of Adam. Love it so much. I got Amor here on my hand. This is my romantic arm, even though the girl power kind of throws things off, but I have the word love written on my hand, only spelled in Spanish, so it says Amor. And yeah, it's not much to it. I love love. I love music first, and then I love love second. Like well, no, they're tied. They're tied. I love all things love. I completely forgot to show you this one. I got this one like the same day I got the one on my thigh, I believe, but I got this little lightning bolt tattoo basically for you guys, honestly, to mark like my journey on YouTube. I want to be, hopefully, in my old age, and I want to look at my wrinkly ass wrist and see my little lightning bolt and just remember like all my subscribers and all the years I was on YouTube and just like the Kathleen Lights journey and my amazing subscribers, like my light squad. You guys are my light squad, my little lightning bolt. So I had to get something to just remind me of you guys for the rest of my life. So I got a little lightning bolt. A lot of people are like, oh my god, Harry Potter, and I'm like, no, I love me some Harry Potter, don't get me wrong, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I love Harry Potter. Right on, totally. But that's not what this tattoo is. Also guys, as I'm getting progressively hotter in this video because my AC is broken and I am dying right now. Damn, it's hot, but we're almost done. Why is this video so long? I talk too much. We're almost done though. So the other color tattoo I have is this little peach right here. It's a beautiful, lovely little peach, and I got this tattoo for Porter, my dog. Peach is actually the nickname I have for him, and so I wanted to get a little peach, but I wanted it to be hidden, so you can't really see it unless I'm like, hey, that's my peach, you know? But I really wanted a tattoo for Porter because he is literally my soulmate, like literally my soulmate. And of course I love all my dogs. I love all my dogs equally, but me and Porter just have like a bond, like we're soulmates. Like I can't describe it any other way. I've never felt that way about another dog, and I love dogs more than anything in this earth. Like I will save your dog. I will jump in front of a bullet for your dog. Not for you. I'm sorry. I don't know you, but I will do it for your dog. Absolutely. And so I just wanted a tattoo to honor him forever and ever and ever, and he's my little peach. He's like my peachy boy. That's my peachy boy right there, so I wanted to get a little peach. Which is so funny. Ali was like, that's so cute. Is that a tomato or an orange? I was like, it's a peach. So yeah, I don't really do color like on me. I love color on other people. I just don't like it on me, but I can't get a peach without making it peach, you know? Okay, and then I think I only have 2 more tattoos to show you, which are my biggest ones. All these other ones have been the size of a quarter, literally. Well, this one's a little bit bigger than a quarter. This one's 2 quarters, look, 1 quarter here, 1 quarter here. But this one on my back is bigger than a quarter. It's like 3 quarters. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is a San Lázaro, which I know is gonna be super random for a lot of you, but I wanted a San Lázaro in the middle of my back because I wanted to get a tattoo to honor like my grandpa. I have this whole thing with my grandfather. I have like a really deep connection to him, and he died before I was born. And he loves San Lázaro. If you guys don't know who that is, he is a saint. My grandfather was Catholic and grew up loving San Lázaro, and it kind of became like a family tradition, a family thing. And he's big in Cuban culture. So if you're Cuban, you probably understand. But this tattoo was super special to me because I wanted to fuse 2 of my favorite things, like something my grandfather really loved, which is San Lázaro, and the Virgin Mary, which I also really love. Specifically like the Guadalupe Virgin Mary. I just love how beautiful she is, and I kind of wanted to fuse them together. Like I wanted to have a San Lázaro tattoo, but I wanted to give it a very feminine, beautiful look. So Lola really brought my vision to life. Oh my god, when she showed me that drawing, I was like, oh, you nailed it. That's exactly like what I wanted. It has like a very like almost like Virgin Mary feel, but it's still San Lázaro, and I love it so much. So that was the tattoo I wanted to get for my grandpa. And then this is the tattoo I literally got like 2 days ago. It's still wrapped in that little, what is this called? Lola always puts these on my tattoos, which is so freaking amazing because I don't have to constantly rub Aquaphor on it every few hours. It stays with this little paper, and then you just take this little paper off. It's like lubricated under, and you just take this little paper off like 4 days later and your tattoo is healed, or like almost healed. It's insane. Let me just say, I know it looks very aggressive and very dark, but it is going to lighten up and it is gonna get like gray looking. It's going to be pretty much like this one. When I first got this tattoo, it was super dark. I mean, I know you guys know how tattoos work and they like lighten over time, I know, but it just looks really dark right now, but it's gonna get a little bit more faded and more dainty and detailed. But anyway, so I got a Cupid on my arm the other day, and honestly, I was inspired by this really beautiful Renaissance Cupid I saw on the internet, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's so beautiful. I love Cupid. I love love. That's why I got the tattoo. It's just my romantic arm, because I'm also romantic with you guys. You know, this is like my love arm. Like I love the gals. I love the subscribers. And then, what am I saying? Anyway, point is, this is my, oh my god, I'm missing a tattoo. Sorry. Anyway, this is my new Cupid tattoo. I'm obsessed with it. I swear, Lola can do no wrong. Like the detail, look at how the little Cupid has like his eyes closed. I'm gonna get better pictures and videos of all of these tattoos, but you know, it's just, I can't. It's just so pretty and just so delicate. Ugh. I love it. It's definitely like the biggest tattoo that I've done. I mean, the one on my back is bigger, but it's on my back, so I also forget that that's there. But I've like glanced at it in the mirror like twice, and I'm like, oh, I get scared. And then I forgot to mention that I also have the Venus symbol tattooed on my little elf ear here. I'm very hot right now, okay? My ears are super red. Please ignore that. I'm dying. I wanted to get the Venus symbol, you know, because girl power. I love me some Venus. And honestly, I wanted to get it on my elf ear. I was gonna do it on this one, but I was like, no. I'm gonna do it on my elf ear. I'm gonna do it on the ear that everybody made fun of when I was growing up. Because Gen Z is super accepting, and they don't make fun of my ears. I love Gen Z. They embrace my ears, to be honest. But kids in my middle school, they called me Furby, the Keebler elf. What didn't they call me? So yeah, I wanted to get my tattoo on my pointier ear. This one is still pointy, don't get me wrong, but it's not like this one. This one's elf status. So yeah, shout out to my little Venus. I love this tattoo so much as well. I got a lot of compliments on this one. And I think that's it. I think those were all of my tattoos. I'm trying to think if there's some behind me that I can't see, but no, I think that's it. And yeah, you can see the evolution of my tattoos, honestly, like how far they've come. I don't plan on covering this one up with anything. I think I'm just gonna remove it all the way and then leave my wrist empty. I have an idea to do one more tattoo for my birthday. I wanna do a water bearer, but I wanna do like a fine line water bearer. I'm gonna see what Lola comes up with, and I'll show you guys on like my stories and stuff. But that's in January, but then I think that's it. After that, I'm done. But okay guys, that's it. I hope this video didn't bore you to death. I can't take this anymore. I'm literally sweating. I have swamp ass. I have it all. So that completes this video, guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Oh my god. This shit is so faded that I forgot I had it. Speaking of my grandfather, I also have his birthday tattooed on the inside of my finger. But let me tell you right now, I do not recommend tattoos on the inside of your finger. They fade so easily. And especially if you have like OCD. I don't know, I just don't recommend tattoos on the inside of your finger. Look how fade, you know how many times I have redone this tattoo? It says 1435. His birthday is January 4th, 1935. We love a Capricorn king. But it's so faded, you can't even see it. I've redone it like 3 or 4 times. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it.